everyone, welcome back to our series on costs here on Legalese Translator. In this episode, we're going to talk about what's referred to as assessment of costs. So basically, a cost assessment is a procedure where the fees charged by a lawyer is reviewed by a specialized adjudicator called the assessment officer. And you might be especially interested in this episode if you feel that your lawyer's fees have been too high. Today, I'm going to ask Heather Douglas to explain to us a little bit more about what this procedure involves. Heather, can you kind of tell us a little bit more about just the basics of what an assessment procedure is?
Yes, so you might find yourself before an assessment officer for one of two reasons. The first one would be if you have your own bill that you are disputing as a client, or if you're a lawyer who wants your client to pay the bill, then under the Solicitors Act, you can have a proceeding before an assessment officer. The other way you might find yourself before an assessment officer is under the rules of civil procedure. So under the rules of civil procedure, if a judge or master who has heard a proceeding has not fixed costs, so there's no order, then it can be referred to an assessment officer for the value that's being claimed by the other side. So there's two different routes, two different legislation where you might find yourself before an assessment officer.
Right, so the two would be the Rules of Civil Procedure and the Solicitors Act. Are there other pieces of legislation that one should be aware of?
Yes, the Evidence Act and the Courts of Justice Act are helpful to familiarize yourself with, to look at. But the two sources of why you're going to be before an assessment officer, those two main legislation are the Solicitors Act and the Rules of Civil Procedure.